Namaskar, Abhishek, once again with a new episode in the series called Unlocking Stars with Abhishek. Unlocking Stars with Abhishek is a series on Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra. Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra, in short, BPHS, is one of the most fundamental, most authentic, and most genuine Shastra available to mankind till today. This great divine scripture is revealed in the form of discourse between great teacher Maharshi Parasa and his beloved student Maitreya. Through this series, Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, we are paying our humble and respectful tribute in the lotus feet of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa, who blessed us with this divine knowledge. In the last episode, Maharshi has almost revealed chapter 28, Asput Graha Bala Adhyaya. He came up with the Sadbala's scheme and revealed the 6 types of Graha Balas, 6 types of strength of Grahas. And then he added how to evaluate the Bhav Bal also. That's a real boon to us, to mankind, to the seeker of this great divine science. Maharshi told Maitreya earlier, I'm telling you the Phal Kathan guidelines, when the different planets are in different houses. Just wait. Then you can do the Phalades. Thereafter, Maharshi come up and he said, I will tell you the Phal Kathan guidance, instructions for Aprakas Grahas and Vishesh Lagnas like Pranpad in different houses. Then you can do the Phalades. Then Maharshi come up again and stop Maitreya to do Phal Kathan. He said 2 important aspects you need. You need to understand the planetary aspect, Graha Drishti, and Graha Bal, planetary strength. Then you can do the Phal Katha. Then Maharshi revealed the wisdom through the classical verses related to the planetary aspect and planetary strength. Then Maharshi said to Maitreya, you need also to understand the yogas and basic intrinsic characteristics of the planet in more detail. Then you can do the Phal Kathan. Although I have tell you much. So today I will tell you what are the qualification of the astrologer through the Phal Kathan Adhikari Mahavak. Anybody cannot stand up. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry nowadays standing up and starting doing prediction. That is not advisable. And that is also not authorized by Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar. Maharshi Parasar has set up some guidelines, some qualification, some eligibility criteria for any to be astrologers. So these are the litmus tests. So whenever anyone is going to consult with any astrologer, he or she should check that astrologer first on these parameters, what Maharshi revealed through the verse number 39 and verse number 40 of chapter 28 of Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra. So today, that is the agenda of this episode. Maharshi is going to reveal the qualification of the astrologer. He is going to give you the litmus test scheme, how to test that astrologer. Because there are no licensing bodies available, and this science is not coming under the consumer law. Like if any prediction is wrong, then you can file a case against Astrologer. But it's a divine science. So there is a divine law. There is a divine, there is a spiritual and religious qualifications are set up by Mahaguru that we need to understand in this episode. So before, as usual, before going to follow the footprints of Mahaguru, Maharshi Parashara, we always go first and bow down in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, Jagat Guru, Adi Guru. Let's pray him through the Guru Stuti. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Akhand Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darsitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjalsa Lakaya Chakchuruna Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har. After bowing down in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, the great Guru, Jagat Guru, Adi Guru, now we are ready to enter into the Parashar Mahakathan related to the Phal Kathan Adhikari. Before going into the Phal Kathan Adhikari Mahavakya, before understanding the qualification of any Daivagya, we need to understand how critical, how important, how great this Shastra is. This Shastra is also Anadi, the revelation. So many references you can find everywhere. If I start from the Vedas, you can find here and there. I can recall one sutra like Chakchur Mitrasya Varunasya Cha Agne. That's a Ved Vakya. Ved is talking about these planetary deities, these grahas, that wisdom, because Ved is the source of all the knowledge. When you go to the Purusukt, how Purusukt beautifully put forward the importance of the Chandrama. Chandrama is our mana. Chandrama manaso jataha. That is from Purusukt on. So how this astrology, how anadi it is. Its root is from Ved. We know there are 4 Vedas. And Ved Vyas, Bhagavan Ved Vyas, we know what is his contribution and how Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara and Ved Vyas is connected. In the first episode, we did that one. So 4 Vedas we have, and 6 Vedangas we have. 6 Vedangas starting from the Siksha, Kalpa, Nirukta, Chand, Vyakaran, and Jyotish, the 6th one. So the 6th one, how important this 6th one? Our Shastra is saying, our Shastra said like Yatha Sikha Mayura Nam Naga Nam Maniyo Yatha Tat Dve Vedang Shastra Nam Jyotisam Murdhani Sthita. That much importance. Like the plumes of a peacock. How important that is for the peacock. And the money of the Nag, money of the Nag, money of the snake, the king of the snake. The same importance of the Jyotish Shastra in the Vedanga. It's a crown of the Vedanga. So that Jyotish Shastra, that divine Shastra, which is the crown of the Vedanga, and we are discussing here about the Phala Kathan Adhikari, the qualification. Who is the Adhikari to do the Phalades? This is the divine science. And Shiv Sutra said always, Guru Upaya. Maharshi is shedding some light here. Although it is true, Guru Upaya. Guru is the Upaya only to enter into this divine science. I'm talking about the qualification of the real Daivagyas, the real astrologers. Not talking about the commercial hot shops open everywhere, half-cooked information they got. Because it's still the only 10-15% information, the wisdom, astrological wisdom in the books. More than 90%, 85% astrology is still in the tradition, flowing through the parampara, Guru Sishya parampara. Maharshi talked about the parampara. Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara talked about the parampara. I'm recalling that one for you. What Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara said, how he got this wisdom. Yachatra Brahmana Proktam Naradaya Mahatmane Tadev Sonaka Adibhyo Narada Praha Sadaram Tato Maya Yatha Gyatam Tubhya Muktam Tatha Dvija. You are saying this knowledge of the astrology emanated from the Brahma, the creator, the absolute consciousness. And that creator, the absolute consciousness, the Brahma, who gave this knowledge, who transmit this knowledge to Narada, the great Narada Rishi. You understand his greatness when you go immerse into the Narada Bhakti Sutra, only one scripture. There are so many. So that Narada and that Narada Muni transmitted this knowledge to Sonak Adi Rishis. And I am Parashar, learned this wisdom, this knowledge from those Rishis. He Dviz, he Maitre, I am now transferring this knowledge to you. So Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar was talking about the lineage, how this knowledge, how this divinity transferred from Guru to Sishya. So he's showing the path. He's talking about the tradition. He's talking about the tradition. So this is the only way. Shruti or Smriti in a parampara, that is the only way. And Guru will appear when a student is ready. And Guru will disappear when a student is really ready. So now, with this background, we are ready to enter into the Phal Kathan Adhikari, the qualification of astrologers, according to Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, through the verse number 35, verse number 39 and 40. Let's come. Let's immerse in it. Let's try to understand what is the expectation, what is the eligibility criteria set out by Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar. गणितेषु प्रवीणो यः शब्दशास्त्रे कृताश्रमः न्यायविदा बुद्धिमान् देशदिक्कालज्ञो जितेन्द्रियः उहापोह पटुर्होरा अस्कन्दश्रवणसम्मतः मैत्रे सत्यताम याति तस्य वाक्यम न संशयः. That is the scale. That is the litmus test. After this episode, whenever you go to any astrologer, check first that astrologer, if he is really a Daibagya astrologer or a so-called fortune teller or psychological blockmaster. Lots of people are playing psychology tricks and fortune telling tricks in the name of astrology, and that is giving bad name to this great divine science. So the first qualification Maharshi is talking is the Ganitesu Pravino, very first qualification. The mathematical ability, the great mathematical ability he is talking about. Because the astronomy is the base of the astrology. Without astronomy, you can't think about astrology. And the astronomical calculation and the understanding of the mathematical aspect of this great science, the Siddhant part, is the base. A Daivagya must be able to manually cast horoscope, able to manually cast divisional chart, able to manually calculate the Ashtakvargas, able to manually do the dasas calculation, able to manually all the bit and nit and bit, everything, all the calculation required, he is able to do manually. He is able to do manually. He has that much level of understanding, irrespective if he is using a software or if he is using another aids, AI. Nowadays, like AI-powered predictive engines are also very popular. So it doesn't matter, but he has mathematical ability. That's it. That is a requirement. He has understanding. He could understand. He has ability to calculate. That is the first and foremost qualification set out by Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar himself for any Daivagya. And the next one is he is saying, Sar Sabda Shastre Krit Sramaha. So he is a proficient linguistic. The linguistic ability, his command over language, mastery on the language. He can play with the words. He knows the words. The origin is the Sanskrit. He knows the language. Sarva Shastra Krit Sama. If you are learning this divine thing through the translation, that the soul of the classics is lost, is died in the translation. So you should have command on the language. That is the expectation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. If you don't know the language of the subject, then how you think you can practice this great subject? So that is the second qualification set out by Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa for any Daivagya, for any astrologer. Now the third one he is talking about, that is the Nyaya Vida. Here in Sanskrit, Nyaya means logic, tark, and all the tark and logic is the mother of all the judiciary thing. That's why the same word is coming up if we are talking about the judicial. So the Daivagya, the astrologer must be logical, tarkic, and he has judicial balance. That ability he has. That is the requirement. That is the foremost requirement. So Mahasi just set up this scale. This is the third requirement. And then there is an expectation. He's a buddhiman, intelligent person. Because it's such a vast area where every subject is involved, starting from the mathematics to psychology, to medical, to astronomy. So a buddhiman, an intelligent person can cope up with this vast knowledge. That is the expectation. This is the SAS not for low level intellect. And then next expectation Mahaguru is setting up for any astrologer is the Des Drik Kala Gyo. So he has understanding, he has full knowledge of the Des, Kal, and path of the native. If any native is coming up, then he understands the native's geography, the area he belongs, the tradition, the custom, the culture, the conditions, the background stuff, the background information he has. He has that much of understanding. He's a buddhiman. So Des Dik Kal Gyo, that is very important in the predictive business, because customs affect Falades. Something is very much social in one of the society, but it's not acceptable in any other society. So that bit, that has to be taken care during the Falades business. And the Jitendriyaha, that is adding the flavor of the divinity. So a Brati, a Jitendriya, a spiritual person, a holy person who has control over senses, who will not fall in trap of Kam, Krodh, Moh, and Lobh, who will not become greedy to rip off any needy who is coming for the consultation. So that is a very important requirement set out by Mahaguru. A Jitendriya can be a astrologer. A Jitendriya can only be astrologer. That will give a connection, a divine connection which is required. That's why this qualification, this Jitendriya, is very much important. Although others are equally important. And the next qualification he set out through the verse 40. Uha poha patu. Uha poha patu, it means that Daivagya, that person, that astrologer, has an ability to see one event through different angles. So then it will the clarity, the accuracy in the Falades will come up dramatically very high. Just like a photographer who is taking a photo of one particular thing from different angles. Similarly, Uha Poha Patu, he has an ability to see one event verifying from one system, second system, third system, and so many systems. So that checking the accuracy. It's a Pratyaksh Shastra. The accuracy in the Falades is the only result if practice is right or wrong. The next one Mahasi just added, the last one, Hora askanda sravana sammataha. Hora askanda sravana sammataha. So he has full understanding, and from the parampara he got this Hora askanda sruti, and he has full ability of doing prediction. So that will come from tradition only. Then Maharishi declaring, if you go and you see, these are the qualifications are in any astrologer. So then Maitre Satyatam Yati Tasya Vakyam na Sansaya. Then what he will say? He will say the truth. What he will do the prediction? He will do the right prediction, correct prediction, truthful prediction. No doubt about it. Na sansayah. So I'm just talking in a two-way. When you are going to consult, check with these lines to any astrologer. And if you are practicing as a very serious seeker of this divine science, then look at your profile. You should have these qualifications. You must have these qualifications. Then only and only you can enter into this Falades business, and you will be Fal Kathan Adhikari. So this is the Fal Kathan Adhikari Mahavakya, according to Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Hope you understand, and hope you will work very hard to have all these qualifications in you, so that you will be Fal Kathan Adhikari, and you will be blessed by Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara and Jagat Guru Sri Mahadev. So this is the end of chapter 28, and I hope you understand, you enjoyed. In the next chapter, Maharshi will talk about the intrinsic nature of planets. He is going in a deep detail of the planet. We will follow his footprints as usual. May Mahaguru bless you. May Mahadev bless you. I have completed this chapter today. I will pray Lord Shiva. I will bow down in his lotus feet. I will do Chama Pratna to him if I do some Nyunata or Adhikta. He will definitely forgive me. Karcharan Kritamba Kaya Jamba Karma Jamba Sravana Nayana Jamba Manasamba Paradham Vihitam Vihitam Va Sarvametat Chamaswa Jaya Jaya Karuna Vadde Sri Mahadev Sambho Jaya Jaya Karuna Vadde Sri Mahadev Sambho Jaya Jaya Karuna Vadde Sri Mahadev Sambho Jai Gurudev Har Har Mahadev Har Har